Hey guys, it's your girl, Hope Love, coming with you for the next chapter. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. There are privacy settings that you can do so when people visit your channel and your friends want to play around or something on your phone, they won't most likely see it. You know, if you get bullied for this kind of stuff, I understand. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Viewer discretion is advised. And now let's get to the fourth party. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but there's like a ad that popped up. So I'm just gonna go over here. Gently try and tap it or something. X out of it because I did not tap it in the first place. Okay, there we go. Friday rolled around again, and with it came the weekly party the 8th years had begun doing. Everyone was already in the circle when Draco made it downstairs from his and Harry's shared room. "Come on, Draco, we're about to start," Pansy said. Probably not the way she speaks, because that's like my Hermione voice. Patting the spot on the floor next to her, Draco made his way over to her as she launched into the rules of the game they'd be playing. "Okay, we're shaking it up. And we're playing the game called What Are the Odds? Basically, person A starts off by spinning a bottle here, and when it lands on person B, person A asks, what are the odds? This can be anything as long as it's not too explicit." Okay, so this will be PG-13 still. Some example questions would be, what are the odds you'll kiss Neville? Or, what are the odds you'll chug a bottle of fire whiskey? Then, on the count of 3, both person A and B say a number from 1 to 10. And if the number is the same, person B must do what person A said. There were some nervous glances around the circle, but no outright objections. Pansy handed the bottle to Ginny. You go first this time, Pansy said. Why do I sound like Hermione? Ginny grabbed onto the bottle and set it down the middle, giving it a good spin, and around it to stop on Ron. "Oh, what are the odds you'll swap shirts with Hermione?" Ginny grinned over at Ron's face flushed as he looked over at Hermione, who was wearing. Hermione had on a pretty, flowery, tight top. Was something wrong with be caught dead in? Hermione gave a laugh at the look on Ron's face, counted down from 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. They both said in unison. I would have said 1, but 5 they both said in unison, and Ron let out a groan as he realized what would be happening next. Hermione laughed, standing up and grabbing Ron's hands to pull him up next. "Come on, it isn't too odd." They headed upstairs to go to Ron's room, swap shirts, and everyone laughed at Ron's face as they disappeared around the corner. "Oh, this is the worst," Ron groaned as they entered the room, but his opinion was quickly changed. Yeah, as Hermione pulled her shirt off, of course it would, and handed it over to him. Ron started for a moment, sputtering. "What? It's not like it's the first time you've seen me shirtless." "Thank you," Hermione said as Ron's neck went red. "For goodness sake, take the shirt," Hermione said, and And when Ron continued to stare, he chucked it at his head. Ron grabbed it off his head and shook himself out of his stupor. Yeah, I know. You're really pretty. Hermione's cheeks pinkened slightly. She let out a loud, breathy laugh. Boys, she muttered, with a roll of her eyes, as she gave him a light kiss. When they came back down, Harry looked up from Ron to find Ron redder than his hair from embarrassment. Tucked in the tight shirt. The shirt was tight on Hermione. It was constricting on Ron, and Ron felt extremely exposed. Harry had to stifle a laugh as Ron sat down. Jenny handed Ron the bottle with a smirk. Ron spun it a little harder than he needed to. Oh, what are the odds? Ron asked Draco, trailing off, as if he thought then a horrible, oh no, yeah. Then a horrible smirk speared across his face. Addressing me, sir, for the next week. Draco's nose crinkled, and he started counting down. 7, 2. Come on, he wasn't gonna do that. Ron groaned and muttered something about having terrible luck as Draco picked the bottle next and it landed on Pansy. What are the odds of you playing the rest of the game without a shirt? 4, they both said at once. Oh, man, that's easy stuff, Draco. Pansy smirked as she reached his shirt off. Or do you want to help? Draco looked at her with distaste. You can take it off yourself. Pansy laughed as she shrugged it off her top, dropped it next to herself. You're prude. She picked up the bottle and spun it. Harry watched Draco's expression turned into one of a nervous as the bottle spun, because Pansy, the one with the bottle, it meant that they were probably about to get targeted if it landed on them. It landed on Blacy though, and both of the boys let out a quiet sigh of relief. Oh, thank goodness, they don't want to be tortured. What are the odds of kissing the person that you're sitting to your left? Blacy absently turned to the left, sitting to his left, and he suddenly remembered that he was seated next to Neville. When his eyes met Neville's face was slight shock. As Hermione started the countdown. 1, both Pansy. Yeah, because he just wants to kiss Neville. Both Pansy and Blacy said at once. Blacy turned to look at Neville again. He leaned in. You did that on purpose, man. Their lips met. Suddenly, Blacy felt he wouldn't ever get enough of it. It was quite an intoxicating kiss. Neville kissed Neville, and he wondered why he didn't have more people fawning over him. Blacy raised his hands to the cup of Neville's cheek as they both leaned and fell for a kiss. Ron let out a sound of shock, and Hermione nudged him in the ribs. What? Ron questioned. You act so surprised, Hermione hissed back. You do mean... What do you mean? Ron whispered back, confused this time. I mean, they're dating. Wait, what? Huh? Yeah, don't remember when Neville got cleaned up for Hogsmeade last week. They were meeting for a date. I didn't know that, Ron said, surprised, as he looked over towards Lacey and Neville. Yep, Lacey so did that on purpose. Who were blushing and backing up from each other. I swear, Hermione shook her head. You're so dense sometimes. Well, how am I supposed to know? They've been hanging out around each other so much lately, and they obviously like each other. The better question is, how didn't you know? Hermione laughed a bit. What are the odds you let Seamus do your hair? Hermione and Ron turned back to the game as they heard Lacey asking Luna the next one. Luna ended up not having Seamus do her hair, and the game was continued. Both Seamus and Dean ended up shirtless along the way. Ginny and Luna had shared a short kiss that left them blushing, and many other tasks were given that were fulfilled as the numbers did not match. What are the odds of you dying? Dogs have Orange right now. Orange right now, while he's sleeping, Draco and Sirius and Tim both said 10. Sirius gathered up his wand and the group followed him silently up the stairs to Creepy's room in Neville's dorm. Hurry up or you'll wake up, Dean whispered in Sirius' ear. They opened the door and Seamus slipped in. It was almost 1 a.m, and the room was pitch dark, except for a small amount of light streaming through the window. Seamus turned back to look at the group that was hovering behind the door. Dean gave him a thumbs up. Seamus, I'm saying that right? Okay, here it is. Turned back around to look at Goyle, who was fast asleep in bed and unsuspecting in bed. He raised his wand to Goyle's hair and whispered an incantation. The group watched from across the room as Goyle's hair changed from the roots out. They could barely make it in the moonlight, and resolved to enjoy the new color in the morning. When Seamus made it back to the dorm room door, he closed it. They all ran back downstairs, snickering and tiptoeing, tripping the whole way down like children. The game seemed to lasted longer, but soon everyone was fighting against sleep and alcohol to fall asleep. People started gathering up the alcohol and heading to bed. Ginny and Luna heading out as well. When Harry arrived at his shared room, Draco trailing behind him, he fell into bed, letting out a groan. He was out in mere seconds, leaving Draco staring at him from his bed across the room, feeling strangely disappointed. Yeah, because he didn't get an excuse to kiss him. I think we're gonna end it there, just because I like doing one chapter per read. I'll see you guys next time. So love signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and to tell me down in the comments what suggestions you have if I get to 100 with the code word. Bye.